Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we're playing Ideal Solayo. Pretty fun game.
Word for word said, clothing is to be made of woolen materials only, unless a specific exception is made below. Allowable clothing is listed as business suits, button-up dress shirts, monocolor ties, leather shoes, skirts, and blouses. If wearing a skirt or blouse, silk materials are accepted. I should point out that she added the silk exception solely for her because she claimed that wool gave her hives. Anyway, the air conditioning had been out for weeks, and we had been getting by in the building with big fans and wearing light shorts and shirts. It was a hot summer. So I searched for a loophole in the new dress code. Note, despite having lost a lot of weight since then, I'm still a hefty, very hairy man with a very long beard. So on day one of the new dress code, on the way to work, I stopped by at the local Goodwill. I bought the most garish skirt that I could find that I could squeeze into, and also the most feminine blouse that I could find. I paid for them and got dressed at a gas station just down the street from the office. I waltzed into work with lots of stares coming my way. However, I was the only man on the floor not sitting in a pool of my own sweat. Less than 30 minutes in, everyone in the
This reminds me of a game where you say, "Oh, you gotta unlock this to do it," or a bunch of DOCs.
I can't do that because company policy states that disciplinary action can only be undertaken by the employee's team
What's
lead and
happening?
site manager, not HR. She then screams at both of them to force me into her office. They both give me the stink eye, but I give them a thumbs up and grin and say, please, please, please make me go into her air-conditioned office. Oh, did I also mention she had the only working air conditioner on site? So the four of us trudged to her office with me grinning ear to ear. Myself and many coworkers laugh as this large, hairy, heavily bearded man in a silk skirt and blouse walks past everyone. So we get to Karen's office and sit down. She tells me that I'm going to be fired for insubordination and breaking dress code. I laugh in her face and tell her terminations can only be processed upon agreement by the team lead of the employee, site management, and HR. You're the one who insisted on the dress code rule. Unless these two other guys agree, you're lying and you can shut up. She was screaming at the top of her lungs at this point. She said that it was sexual harassment against all the women in the office for a fat, hairy man to be in women's clothing. I said, oh, can you point out in the dress code where only women are allowed to wear skirts and blouses? As soon as I said that, my team lead suddenly lit up and started giggling because she knew where I was taking this. Karen got out a written copy of the dress code and started sputtering and stammering as she read it word for word as I typed it up above.
Ayo, that's copyrighted.
Tell me how you're feeling right now. Let's see. I kidnapped.
One second.
As I typed it up above. Gender was never mentioned. As she started screaming at me again for being inappropriate, the site manager looked at her and said, do you really want to get fired for sexual discrimination and sexual harassment? Strangely enough, the dress code was rescinded before the end of the day, and we were allowed to go back to the way that we'd all been dressing. As an extra, Karen is no longer with the company. She made blunder after
Let's
blunder,
go.
which usually ended up with her screaming at me and my bosses. Our next Reddit post is from Stuck at Work. A while back, I was stationed in Pensacola, Florida as a trainee for learning to be in IT for the Navy. Every morning, our class would meet at the end of a long stretch of walkway where we would march as a unit down to our classroom building. Now, this base is primarily manned by enlisted personnel. For the uninitiated, we're the lowest.
Oh, we got a bunch of achievements. I'm just
we're required to render a hand salute.
Right.
Most officers who set foot on the base know that they're outnumbered 1,000 to 1, and as such, tend to avoid the enlisted mob. So as to not
I've never gotten that achievement unless it was when I go AFK.
Render a salute and greeting, and you have to do the same. Cue our brand new lieutenant.
And also, here's the thing. This game actually pretty good for school because it just do it without you.
One time, his exact words were, I'm a naval officer, and you will show me the respect I deserve by rendering a hand salute. I swear to God, it was like he rehearsed this spiel in the mirror before showing up at work that morning. What Lieutenant Dan didn't know is that enlisted folks are petty. What he also didn't know is that sometimes on rare days, when it was too hot in North Florida to safely march in formation, we would all be allowed to walk ourselves home down the long half-mile stretch. Well, one summer day, with maximum humidity and heat so hot that you could fry an egg on concrete, we were all allowed to walk ourselves back to the barracks. As we were walking, in the distance, my class sees the all too familiar stride of Lieutenant Dan coming our way. A plan is hatched, and we begin spacing ourselves several meters apart and marching one by one.
Our goal is now 50.
I was in the middle of the pack, so I got to see the look on his face as the first salute and polite good afternoon was rendered, followed by another as soon as his arm went down. Then another, and by the time he got to me, he was sweating. He even shouted at us, "You don't need to salute." But try as he might, though, our class decided that day that all 20 plus students in my class, and a few others nearby, would render him his proper salute during the sweltering half-mile walk down the path. I can't confirm this or not, but apparently he was pretty pissed at the end and cussing pretty loudly. His uniform was all stained from sweat. All I know is, from that moment on, when we saw him park his car, he would get out, look at our class, and walk well around our class out of the hand salute range. You gotta love the military. That
Me.
compliance. And if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to gear up for changing conditions on and off-road.
Oh yeah, hey, today I just got some these really cool claws for my Halloween costume.
Douchebag gets fired. Our next Reddit post is from Hinderkel. So both my first and last name are common, and they're commonly used by racist douchebags, mostly in the Deep South, to name their kids. And through a combination of genetics and upbringing, those kids tend to grow up to be racist douchebags too. Because my name is so common, there's almost always been another person with my same first and last name at any place that I've worked. Most people who share my name aren't racist douchebags, but this story isn't about those people. This story is about a different sort of guy. A guy with some seriously messed up friends. I should mention that we're all used to getting misdirected emails. It's inevitable when you have a common name. You basically just figure out who it was meant to go to, forward a copy to him, and then CC the person who got the address wrong. Easy peasy. It hardly ever happens twice. Once in a blue moon, you get something inappropriate. Fine, I get it. People can sometimes be rude in private. When this happens, I add a little note to the CC, letting the sender know that it's not okay to be a racist douchebag, and that if he does it again, I will go right to his employer. The results are always pretty predictable. I get back a humbly worded apology and a promise to never let it happen again. So it's effective, and maybe even a teaching moment. Nah, who am I kidding? They probably just triple check the email address the next time they decide to be racist. But you take what you can get, I guess. One time, though, my very politely worded warning was not well received. I got back an extremely vitriolic response from the sender accusing me of being every derogatory name in the Klan handbook. I was invited to perform impossible sexual feats upon myself, unalive myself several times in a row, and all manner of other colorful stuff. He cheerfully told me about his actually quite impressive home arsenal, most of which he would gladly allow me to shove up my butt and pull the trigger. So, yeah, the dude was apparently upset about being told what he could and couldn't write in a business email. I think I even could have let that slide, although I probably wouldn't have felt very good about myself afterward. But then my coworker who shares my name decided to add his 2 cents. They were a much milder 2 cents, but they weren't exactly cordial. Essentially, he told me to mind my own business and stop reading his emails, and that it wasn't my job to be the email PC police. To tell the truth, I was a little stunned. He had never made a peep when I did the same thing to his other racist friends. And also, we had just been through the company-wide mandatory diversity training class where there was an entire module on how not to be a racist douchebag on the company email system. Maybe he thought the cartoon that his racist douchebag buddy sent was so well drawn that it should get a pass, but I don't know. I was a little pissed though.
Anyways, I hate what I'm listening to on the TV. I mean, I hate the person, but not the person that's kind of story.
Effect on your paycheck. And so that's how I ended up taking a short walk up to the HR office with a printout of the original email, the sender's double down response, and my same named coworker's annoying defense of his racist douchebag friends. Calls were made. By close of business that day, I was, for the first time, the only person at that company who had my first and last name. That would have been the end of it. But it turns out that since we're a huge government contracting company, we actually had a business relationship with the sender's employer. The sender wasn't involved in that business relationship, but our ethics committee decided that it was
Dude, I think I'm gonna end it here. Bye.